Hey everyone, it's Alana Carter here. I am the current driver of the Scalar Performance SCR1.
The rest of my team is working on the car, checking things out after I finish my first practice session at VIR in the Scalar Performance SCR1. In summary, it was a ton of fun. The car really boogies down those straights. It's incredibly neutral. We're quite happy with how it drove, and now it's just about getting myself more comfortable in the car, getting more comfortable on the track, and starting to dial in those times a bit more. Most interesting thing that I found in this car, when I'm actually up to race pace now, you just kind of drive it like a go-kart, and it's super fast. It handles great, and I was just out there having fun more than anything.
It's finally qualifying time. Come get behind the wheel of the SCR1 with me.
So we're coming through a turn here called Oak Tree. It's quite an important turn. It's a slow turn that exits onto one of the longest straights on the track. So I try to get as good of an exit as possible, really trying to make that straight as long as physically possible. Now, this car absolutely boogies down the straight. We're getting tons of speed, and I'm just starting to catch people really quickly through here. Heavy braking zone as we crest the hill. The car is super well balanced. I just keep a little bit of trail brake as we come over roller coaster, and I can roll back into it nicely. As we come over here to Hog Pen, I just wait for the car to settle, and I'm right back into the gas, and I am full throttle all the way up the front straight. One of the things that I'm really enjoying about the SCR1 right now is that even at the higher speeds, it feels quite planted. It's not starting to get floaty at all. It's very confidence inspiring, and it's also very well balanced. So even when I maybe cook it in a little bit too much into something, or I make a driver error, it's quite easy to correct, and it's predictable, and it's giving me a lot of confidence. I feel very comfortable starting to push the car more and more, because I know that when I push that limit a little bit too far, it's easy to recover. I don't lose it completely.
So we just finished our first qualifying session in the Scalar Performance SCR1, and honestly, I could not be happier with how the car was running. We're testing a bit with trying to figure out which class our car actually runs in competitively. We assumed that it would be a Super Touring 3 car, but we're running an ST2 to see if potentially we're competitive. And in that qualifying session, I just proved that we might be.
Alana, you had a busy day yesterday. So you went out in the morning, you set a great qualifying time in the car, good work. Then you went out at lunch and you joined the inaugural Hyperfast GT race with the gas car, which was a 60-something car field. And then you joined another 60-something car field and raced this for the first time ever in a Super Touring race. How did it feel as a driver?
It was an incredible experience. I mean, like, battling with that much traffic for the first time was so cool. There's so many great drivers out there that I'm really confident really running door to door with them. Both cars handled wonderfully. It's so interesting going from the gas car to the SCR1. It's just so much more I can do. I can push it just that degree harder, and it's a really nice comparison going back and forth. I went into the SCR1 was so much faster, and then I get back in the gas car and pretty much just held it flat the whole way around. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how the SCR1 performed. It's so confidence inspiring. Like, even when you push it a little too hard and it gets a little upset, you just correct it, it gets back underneath you, and you keep going. And yeah, it was a very cool experience keeping up with, what was it, Mustang 350 GT?
Yeah, you were playing with some pretty fast cars. Yeah, that was great.
I was having a great time out there. Can't wait to get back in the car.
And we'll have even more changes in it. We'll see how it does.
I'm excited.
Car went great this weekend. We really have to thank all of our engineering partners on this. I mean, certainly for a first outing, the suspension was great, and we thank Roland for doing that. Hypercraft here with the powertrain. We've got changes and tweaks to make and see how it all works then.